everyone, we're at Vos Gym in Amsterdam with Denise, MissDynamite, 6 times Bellator flyweight champion and MMA fighter. Hi!
Hi!
Great having us here. You've been competing professionally for 20 years now. Still continuing at the age of 36. Why is that?
I say 36 is just a number, like what you say, like 20 years from now, but I love what I do. I love fighting. It's in my genes, and it's something that I really love to do. So, yeah, I don't know if about 20 years later I'm still standing here, but right now I know that I love what I do every day, and that's just being in the gym and fight.
You'll be returning into the ring in February in Dubai. What are your chances, do you think? Because you've been out of the game quite a little bit. I think there are a lot of people who actually are like doubting you. So what's your take on that?
You know, that doubt is just the best motivation to do the best what I do. So I don't listen to the people that doubt. But yes, I was 2 years off because I had a beautiful gift from God, and that's my son. My why is now bigger than ever. I have to leave him at home to go for training. And do what I do is now so much more purpose in my life than before. And that's why I know that my fire inside is just bigger than ever. If your mind is good and your mind is 1000% ready for everything, then if you are 2 years, 5 years, it doesn't matter. If you're here like top of the top, then nothing can beat you, you know. So come on, let's bring it on.
Wow, that's great. How do you mentally prepare yourself for a fight? Is it because of you have a new purpose now? So is that motivating you a lot more?
Yes, it is. I was the age of 8 when I started judo. And every week there was a competition. And then I started kickboxing. Every month there was a fight. And then MMA, every 3 months there is a fight. And then you are pregnant. And you have, like, in 2 years, you didn't have a fight, and you didn't have to think about fighting. And I think that is the first time in my life that I take off of fighting my work for 2 years and don't even think about going to training or just only focusing on healing my body and making my body strong to deliver my son. And I think that my son had teach me that in the last 2 years, that stepping outside the fighting world and just take a look from outside to the inside of competing, of fighting, of the whole league, giving me more energy and more the feeling of, yeah, I'm having fun again.
I think that's better, right? If you have like more enthusiasm towards it because of your child. Yeah, so no more anxieties or no more insecurities, or there's still something in your head?
Of course, like the anxiety, that's normal. The anxiety keeps you sharp, you know. Like insecurities is something that I don't like coming true, but that's like the 2 weeks before of your fight, and the little voice in your head going, okay, am I ready enough? Am I strong enough? But for now, I'm just having fun, and you know, the anxiety to fight, that is something that makes me happy to come to be in the cage again in 7th February.
Okay, and do you have a support system at home preparing you for the fight?
I have, of course, my husband, Hesti, is, we are now like almost like 13 years together, and he's also my soulmate, but also my training partner, and also one of my motivator. He quit fighting, but he knows the feeling of everything I do right now. And that is something special, you know, and that's why I know if I'm home, I'm really at home and I can be myself and just rest and let everything go, you know, enjoying my family and every time with them.
So how do you combine your training schedule and you know, taking care of your baby boy?
It's perfect, you know, like I have a really, really nice mother-in-law, and she is also taking care of my son if I go to train. And also I have a bonus son, and he's 18 years old, and he's like my best friend, but also how I see how he is with my son. Is just, he's the best brother I ever imagined. And yeah, what I said about my husband, so everyone at home is knowing my life and knowing that I'm a fighter, you know. Everyone in the family is helping me to train and to also be a mother. So for now, I don't have to complain about anything.
Yeah, that's great. Well, you're following your passion. Well, at Becoming Fearless, we want to empower women by stories of female fighters and showcase a stronger female image on social media and celebrating our masculine traits. So, what about you and your masculine traits? What are your masculine qualities?
I think my masculine qualities is not from the outside, but from the inside. I know that my fighter heart, my heart inside, the mind that I have and the feelings that I have for others, and that I still love what I do is coming from here. And that's something that is special. You can watch Instagram, you can watch videos, you can watch everyone around you, but look at inside you. That's the most important thing that every woman, I think, is having it. If I'm looking inside myself, I know that I have love inside myself. I love myself, but I love also my people around me. And that's the first thing that comes, everything masculine, toughness, or something else, everything comes from inside, and it starts with love. So love yourself, and then everything comes after.
So your husband doesn't mind you being a fighter, because a lot of men feel like intimidated or demasculated by having, being in a relationship with a female fighter.
Yeah. No. He knows me as a fighter. So yeah, but the funny thing that when I was younger, like I was 16 years, and I already did judo, and my body was looking different than other girls from my classroom. So I remember that a boy in the group with my friends, he was telling me, yeah, you are judoka, but look at your arms, you look like a man. There was nothing inside me that think, oh, do I look like a man? No, because I love everything what I have, because I know that the muscles that I have, what I have to do on the judo mat is taking me there, what I love to do. That's why I say, if you love yourself and you love your life, then everything, all the input from other people outside that want to take you down, can't harm you, because you know inside what you are and what you love to do, and that's have nothing to do with people that's trying to put you down. So I am masculine and I love it, and I think that if you look at my pictures from childhood, I did salsa dancing, I did riding a horse, but you really saw a real smile on my face when I was on the judo mat, and that is something that is inside me, and inside me is love and fighting, and that comes with a body that's a little bit masculine than others, but I love it.
Well, that's great. That's great.
I'm fighting in a business that's all about men, but I still wear my makeup, and even if I go sparring, I wear my makeup. I put on heels if I go out, I love to do my hair, so it's not a stamp that if you are a fighter, you have to look like a particular way. No, you still can be yourself, If I go outside and I put makeup on, that's also myself. It's not that I'm a fighter and I don't have to do this or that. Keep looking inside, If I look inside myself, I love to put makeup on, And that's something that I am. I do that because I love that. That's the most important thing.
But a lot of trainers tell me, these women who look like men, they're good. But, the women, the female fighters who actually look like females, well, they're doubting them. So I totally agree.
If you're looking the fight business like 20 years ago, you see women that fought, maybe they are a little bit like manly or like masculine than the other girls, but now you see like a transformation of women fighting that also look like models and also can fight. So you see, like the world is changing.
Yeah, that's great. The fight for equality in martial arts is still going on for women. You get lesser pay, lesser media coverage. So what's your take on that?
The media is something, okay, that can be like evil, but if I look at my own thing, then I have a really good manager. And like what I earn in money is like, I think that I earn more than most of the guys. So I don't have to complain about my money. So, and that's the most important thing, to feed my son.
So you need to have a good manager. That's
Yes, a good manager is really important, you know. And like my manager, like Raymond Daalder, I don't have to complain about egoism in woman or man, because I think that if you put a stamp, yeah, woman, we earn not that much money that men do, then you have a stamp, you know. But my manager, he's taking care of me really good, and I now I can proudly say that I think that I earn more money than most of the men do.
wow, that's great to hear. Okay, that's good.
I just have to do what I do, what I love to do, and that's fighting. And of course, like fighting and winning, because that's also really important. And that's where the money is.
Your whole journey, in martial arts, what has it taught you about yourself and, about your life?
Well, it taught me that even with a setback, that even if you fall, if you lose, then keep going. And that's also something that I really learned in life. If some setback came, then I came, F one and F everyone, and I quit and this and that. But then, like 1 hour later, and also my husband, he knows me really well, and he said, okay, sit down, calm down, and what's now really the problem, you know? Then F it, like go on with it and just pack your bag and go to train. And then after training, you feel like, oh yeah, there was not something a big deal. And that's something that martial arts just learned me, like even with the setback or something that doesn't go really in your way, keep moving, keep practicing, keep training. And also in normal life, don't go on the couch and just think, okay, everyone comes to me. No, go off the couch and go to them, and that is something that martial arts is really have taught me. Yeah.
Have you dealt with injuries, and how did you cope with them?
Yes, of course. In fighting, like especially in MMA, like going in the cage, that because the gloves are really small, like everything is so much harder than just a normal kickboxing fight. So MMA is really tough, but going in injuries is something also that feels really good, like if your shin is like blowing up, and your thumbs, and you're looking in the mirror and you think sometimes I don't even recognize myself, but that's also part of the game, and it's something that I always learn, that if I step in the cage and the door closes after me, I put everything there. I let everything in the hands of the universe, and I just put everything I've got in that cage, and if it hurts me or if it gives me some injury, then so be it.
Yeah, because cage fighting is different than, a kickboxing fight, right? Because there are hardly any rules. Is that correct?
There are rules, but they are lesser than in kickboxing, yeah. And MMA, you can go on the ground, like if you only compare the gloves, then you already see that MMA is a little bit harder.
Okay, and do you also train abroad, or do you only solely train in the Netherlands?
So I trained in Brazil, I trained in the US, I trained in Dublin. In the past, I moved a lot around the world to train. And now I train here at Vos Gym. A gym is just like a home, You have to come in and it feels like, oh yeah, I'm home. Mm-hmm. And that is something that's really also special if you're training. So now I'm training here, but in the past I also travel a lot.
And do you prefer to train with men? Because you mentioned that to me. And why is that?
Yeah, I think because I'm just used to that, Like with men, yeah, I'm for the 20 years. I think that in those 20 years I have like 2 or 3 training partners that are women. You can learn more from them, like because they're coming every day, and some of the girls, they come and go. And I like to train with people that are consistency, Some of the girls, you see them 1 week and then 2 weeks not, but with the men, you see them every training, and in every training you can be better.
Okay, good to know. So, what are your future goals?
For now, my goal is to keep fighting, keep winning, and show everyone, and especially to my sons, who MissDynamite is.
Oh, that's good. Okay. So do you have any advice to women who actually don't feel that strong or are still, searching within themselves to, get like some inner strength?
The advice I think I have is maybe not so good for your platform, but don't look at social media, don't look at the internet, don't look at the television, but just look in the mirror, you know, and look at your own journey and look at yourself within. Just think about yourself, what you love to do. Not everyone is a fighter, not everyone is an artist, or not everyone can sing, but I believe that everyone have something that's special, you know, but you have to like look down for it. The only way to find that out is to look inside yourself, you know. So let every phone and let the television, let every input from the outside, let that go and just look inside. So I think that, yeah, I believe really in that.
I agree, but I think you have to be been through life, so a bit older, to actually understand who you are as a person. And I think when you look at girls in their ages, let's say 22, they're still soul searching, right? So it's very difficult for them to find kind of a purpose. So yeah, it's hard. It's hard out there, right? Yeah.
It is, but then still, if you're still find out what you love to do, it's not about going on your phone and just, think what I have to do or what I love to do. No, go out, go traveling, go to other countries, meet people, talk to people, you know. If you see someone, talk to them, you know, and you think, admire something about them, say, that's also what I say to other women, you know, you have beautiful hair, oh, you look nice, oh, you know, like giving the positive talks about something. I was really shy, you know, I was really afraid to everything. But then I step on the judo mat and then I feel like, hey, this is it, you know, this is what I love to do. That doesn't come because I'm watching, and I don't think...
Social media, TikTok.
No, it's because I step on the mat. I feel the mat with my bare feet and like stepping in the dojo, and then like you also smell here, you know, it's like a particular smell. And then but that's something that you don't experience if you watch your phone. Don't compare something to anyone else, you know.
I think you need to experience life to the fullest, and, you know, don't be afraid, just go for it, you know, become fearless. So, you know, just go and see what happens, you know, it will broaden your mind, your whole entire world, right?